I'd like to welcome you guys to Tombstone. Welcome to Tombstone Monument Guest Ranch.
Before you even cross under the sign to the ranch, you know you have entered a world away. You can see it and even feel it. We're about 3 miles outside Tombstone, surrounded by the Dragoon Mountains, historic mines, desert brush, and big skies. We're in true cowboy country, and this is a true working ranch.
Truthfully think what makes us unique from the rest is the history as well as the staff that we keep.
Michelle DeSplinter manages the ranch.
It's an old silver mine community, town, used to be homesteaded, cattle ranch. Just lots of the Old West history comes from here.
The ranch has come full circle. It was founded by the Trapman family in the 1880s as a cattle ranch. They raised Spanish cattle that was first brought over on Columbus's second voyage. Known as America's first cattle, they are once again being raised on the ranch.
So the cattle experience here, it's just something that people don't usually get. People don't think about it. You think about a dude ranch, you think about horseback riding. But actually working together with family or other guests that you've never met before, it's just a whole new experience moving the cattle and getting them to go where you want.
You can just go horseback riding, but you can also experience what it's like to be a working cowboy.
Whether you go out with me or Hank or one of the other wranglers and you help fix a fence, you help check cows up in the mountains, or everything in between, really. There's always stuff to do. I mean, it's over 10,000 acres, so there's a lot of area to ride, a lot of canyons and dips and washes for a cow to hide. And no matter what, you can't get there on an ATV or UTV, so you got to get on there with a horse.
Whether you choose to take slow, scenic rides, fast rides, or help wrangle cattle, your horse is based on your age, height, weight, and riding experience.
So to get this gal going, what we're going to do is we're going to kick her on both sides of the heels of her feet.
You'll probably want to bring your phone for the amazing photo ops. But there are some rules about that.
We don't want to ringtone spooking a horse. Don't want you to drop your phone, get stepped on, or something like that, okay? So my personal favorite thing about being out here with people is when people put the phones away and they just look around on the back of a horse, realize where they're at, and they get to enjoy themselves and maybe go back to that real inner human connection we actually have with history and wildlife and the land. I think we've kind of forgotten that as humans.
The ranch itself is built in the image of the Old West. The guest rooms line the main street. There are 4 different types, from standard rooms to premium suites, all individually themed and decorated.
You could stay in Miss Kitty's, you could stay in a bordello, you could stay in jail. It's decorated as though somebody's trying to break out of jail. It's all done with plaster work, but it's quite authentic looking. There is a little bit of a jail cell in there and handcuffs, but I won't give you the key to those.
The Dock Holiday Suite comes with a king-size bed, shower and tub, as well as a kitchenette and a patio that looks out to the Dragoon Mountains.
Our dining is a little bit different here. It's called Shefflin's Restaurant, or it says at Shefflin's out front. His name was Ed Shefflin. The dining room, we serve 3 meals a day. Breakfast is a buffet, or we're doing plated right now due to COVID. For lunch, we serve 1 meal per lunchtime, and for dinner, we do the same.
There is also a real saloon.
Our saloon is built over top of the old Trapman Saloon. Now, back in the 1800s, that was a hot spot.
The saloon's just a nice place at the end of the day for people to gather. On weekends, we have live music 3 nights a week. We used to play cards, but right now we can't safely do that, so we're waiting for those mandates to lift so we can go back to playing Faro, as well as 5-card draw, and the other game was Texas Hold'em.
There's even an escape hatch.
Trapman decided to keep that root cellar in there as ambiance for our saloon. That root cellar is original from the 1800s. They put a glass top on it. Now, that's where you'd put your women and children in case of Indian attack. Also stored your fruits and vegetables because it's cooler below ground.
After a good night's rest, you wake up to the smell of coffee brewing on a campfire.
I do coffee, rain, shine, sleet, or snow.
You haven't had a real cup of coffee until you've tried this. Your personal barista is Arizona Bill, ranch historian and color commentator.
History is like an addiction. The more you get, the more you want. And Arizona has more cowboy history than any other state in the United States. Texas has got the Alamo, Sanchez Center, Goliad, but Arizona's more about the cowboy.
Arizona Bill first came to Tombstone Monument Ranch as a guest, and he loved every minute of it.
Well, you know, on a vacation, you want all you can get, every minute. So the thing is, you get up before daylight and you go to bed way after dark. And then when you get home, you have to rest up from your vacation. I know when we came out here 2 weeks in April and 2 weeks in October for 8 years straight. And the wife and I, let me tell you, we burned that candle at both ends. When we got back home, we'd have to rest up a week to get over that vacation.
While there are modern conveniences, coming to Tombstone Monument Ranch is like walking into the Old West.
I think this ranch is super important because, well, not only is it a destination vacation, but it gives people the opportunity to experience the West. What it used to be like, yeah, you still have your creature comforts, you still have air conditioning, you still have a bar you can come belly up to and get something to drink. We feed you well, but they get to experience things they wouldn't. You'd be surprised the amount of guests that come out here at night, walk to the end of the building and go, oh my God, look at the stars. It's just, it's an experience.